Alright guys, so for this project you're going to need paper, and it doesn't have to be colored paper, and a glue stick, and you're also going to need some scissors, and like I said before, it doesn't have to be colored paper. You're going to need to find a shape that you can trace. I'm going to be using this circle. You can use a bowl or a plate to trace your circle. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of stack my papers together. I only have 3 layers. You can put as many layers as you want. But I'm going to start with these, and I'm going to trace my circle on the first layer. This is going to be kind of like my cover sheet, my top layer. So if you don't know how to cut a circle out from the inside, here's what you do. You carefully poke a hole in the center, and you might need to ask for help for that part. And then you're going to cut straight up from that hole that you made and cut all the way around. Following the line, cut, cut, cut all the way around. And that's how you cut a circle out from the middle. So now we need to line up our paper because we want all the circles to be the same. So I'm going to carefully shuffle my paper so that they're nice and lined up, nice and straight. And I'm going to trace another circle on the blue paper. And I'm going to trace another circle on the purple paper, making sure that they're all lined up. Next, on the purple paper, I'm going to draw or sketch what I want. So I'm sketching a little bunny and some hills. And then on this blue paper, I am going to sketch just a single star. And then maybe a little hill over here just to add some more details to this project. So now we need to cut everything on the inside. Be careful you don't add too many details because you're going to have to cut around them like I'm doing. So if you add too many things, you're going to have to cut around a lot of things. So try to keep it simple and not too detailed. And see how I'm being very careful, cutting around my star. I'm just cutting out little sections at a time so that I don't mess anything up. Take your time and make your cuts nice and neat. So I've cut out this one. You can see my bunny's still there. I flipped him over because I don't want to see any pencil lines. So everywhere I have pencil, you can just erase the pencil or you can flip it over. And then here's my cover sheet. Right there, that's my top sheet. And remember, you can add as many layers as you like. So I'm just messing around here. I wanted to add maybe a moon up there, and I wanted to see what it looks like. I was like, maybe I'll add another layer, but I decided not to. So now we have to make the layers separate from each other. Now you can use your scrap paper to roll it up and make kind of like a wedge. And that can go in between the papers. But if you have some cardboard, you can cut the cardboard into little pieces. I have a bunch of little pieces of cardboard that I cut right here. They're little rectangles. And I'm going to stick 2 together to make them really thick. I want it to be tall so it has lots of space. So I'm going to stick these 2 together. And now it's taller, and so it'll separate my pages better. I'm going to glue these, 1 in each corner. So these are already glued together. I'm just going to glue them right there on the paper between each layer. That gives us more depth. We don't want our paper to be flat. We want it to be separate from each layer. Like I said, that gives our artwork more depth. So now I've glued each layer together. They're stuck, and you can see that they're separated. They're kind of floating, which looks really cool. It looks way better in real life than it does on the camera. You can also add a background if you want. If you didn't want to leave the background open, you can add a background to it if you would like. And here's another one that I made. Of course, it's another bunny. Some people put backgrounds on it. It's completely up to you. And like I said before, you don't have to use colored paper. Awesome!